ready for this?
Let's go.
See 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm troubling you running it I'm so cold when I move that way you gon' be so blown I'm the realest in the game said I'm on fire with the blade you're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa so keep your eyes on me now 무엇을 보던 좋아할 거야 I'm so tough let's get it show you out can you feel the rush now ain't nobody bringing us down 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 like we try but we gonna win the crown you could go another round 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 wish you love but you're not bringing us down go hard so we get it we go hard we so in it we pop stars only winning now ain't nobody bringing us down 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 난 멈추지 않아 we go hard we pop stars ain't nobody bringing us down 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 like we try but we gonna win the crown you could go another round 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 wish you love but you're not bringing us down we go hard so we get it we go hard we so in it we pop stars only winning now ain't nobody bringing us down 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 Coming at you live, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break the rules and hearts in twos, 'cause that's what the baddest do. Never going back, nah that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause I came to make a splash. Gonna break the rules and hearts in twos, 'cause that's what the baddest do. I'll melt your face off, disappear, I'm your eraser. In the cut just like a razor, murk up in this world, my blazer. I got all the boys on me, I got all the lines on ring. Not there, turning heads, I got all the eyes on me. Baby face, 걸어 들어와, 유행 선두자. 원하지만 못하잖아, 애가 타잖아. You like whoa, 갈리 you도 gold. 난 알지, I know. 준비해, cause I like the ball, 멈추지 않아. 말할래, 그게 like a bag, 그거 말고 bye. 믿어봐, 그만큼 크게 어깨 펴고 high 100% 덤비지 못해 죽여주잖아 나는 boss 간지 with the sauce 원하면 줄게 I'm doing damage when just how I planned it I do what I want when I say 모든 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아 To live on the edge of insane Coming at you loud real wild Here to light it up set the world on fire Gonna break the rules and hearts in twos 'cause that's what the baddest do Never going back, nah that
An X on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are we gonna fight?
Sorry for the bad news, sorry I'm so bad Only took a minute for me to get what you had Sorry for the bad news, know it makes you sad There for a minute, baby, you should pack your bags Way that I look should be breaking the law If I don't got it, I take what I want My circle small like a round of applause You know that I love the sound of applause You know I mean everything that I say When you see me coming, get out of the way Back in the sleigh, back and I'm better and ready to stay I'm doing damage when just how I planned it I do what I want when I say 모든 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아 To live on the edge of insane It's crazy Sorry not sorry for being the best 언제든지 내가 좀 mad Look at the gold all on my chest Look at the gold call it a flex
KDA Should we show them how we do it every day? Let's get it.
Cali that girl, Cali go girl, Cali gon' stop, Cali Kylie gon' skirt, Kylie got a job, Kylie got a work. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 than a buffet. 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my outfit. 문 열지 마, that's a rough day. I'm giving you more cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking bang. 부루마법 메시지 monopoly. 넌 종이도 네 number money 필요 없대. 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못대 못해 그래 너도 get it cause I got it different. All I ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep though. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away.
and I'm not 'cause today
I'll show you what I'm made of. Rise to the occasion. Got fears but no faith. Oh, and I'll show you what I'm made of. A heart full of fire. I can never fight. I'll show you what I'm made of. What I'm made of.
yeah
I'll show you what I'm made of.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as well.
Welcome to Royalty versus Plague Dawn. I'm thinking, is it Plague Dawn?
It is Plague Dawn.
Okay, so I got that right.
Okay, predictions up.
Cool. Currently, we have some Royal supporters in the chat.
Nice, very nice.
Sorry, everyone, just getting my voice warmed up. It's been a while since I've talked. In the last day of my recovery, but still feeling good. So we have a draft.
Yeah, we do have a draft.
Well, we've got half a draft on both sides. So, what do we see?
I mean, Victor and I'm trying to think on. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Dawn play in a while, so I'm trying to just process what they're picking.
Okay, so were you here for the series which they played in Game 1 and Game 2?
I watched the one. So I don't want to say I sat here and watched it because I didn't watch the whole thing. I just heard afterwards Royalty won second game.
Okay, so Royalty won second game. They played exceptionally well.
I think they nearly won first game as well.
They did. They just decided they didn't want to win the first game, so they threw it. So there's that.
So
It's a kind of a is what it is kind of situation. But nonetheless, they took us to game 3, which unfortunately couldn't be played the previous night because load shedding.
yeah.
And I hear that tonight's game is also on a timer because Pentademon just got load shedding, so he's running off a generator, and Yogi's inverter's giving issues, so it might give issues.
Nice.
So there's a possibility of Yogi DCing in this game, and it's been mentioned before that then this game will be played at 10 o'clock tonight.
Oh no. Oh no.
So,
Well, let's hope all's good and well with the converter. You don't want to play a game at 10.
we were so close.
Wait, what?
I don't know what happened there. Okay.
Naughty.
So what's nice about this, we get to watch everything again, and now we can actually talk about the champions.
Was it pay for Demon's inverter or no? It is.
So, no, Alpaca left.
Oh, maybe the wrong pick on Penta then.
But that was a very quick leave and rejoin. There must be stuff going on behind the scenes that I don't know.
Yeah,
You're not in lobby, so you can only see what's on stream. I'm
not.
guessing.
That's correct.
Okay. I've got the studio set up, so I've got a good indication of what's going on.
Is Dusky disturbed?
Let me check. Is Dashki the Serb? Did it was a placeholder?
There we go.
Is your name on Twitch the Serb?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? How do you not know your own players on Twitch?
To be fair,
What was that?
To be fair, I have a few Twitch accounts, but I don't remember all of them, so I just make it when I forget the credentials, I'm like, I don't know what it was.
I've made Zypher a bit louder. Let me know if the improvements are coming through.
I'm not louder.
This is a non-profanity stream, Dashki, unfortunately. So
Profanity.
we can't.
I will try my best.
We can't cuss.
Okay.
I don't. We probably could. Cow. Okay, wait. They drafted again without us talking about it. Okay. Okay. So Nunu was a placeholder. Thank you for that insight. Because I don't see the Nunu now. Okay. So top lane matchup. Sion. Orn. Who wins?
I want to say, I don't know.
Orn should win that one. He's got percentage health shredding with the W thing. Forget what it's called. Something bellows.
Bellows breath.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, cool. Then Kane, Peanuts, star jungler. He's one, I don't say one trick because he does have other champion in his pool, but his main jungle champion into the likes of Wukong. Yeah, Wukong played on Duck. I feel like Wukong's in a very good spot at the moment, but then again, so is Kane.
The issue with the Kane is he has to obviously get his form fast. We can't see his runes, but I assume he'll be going red Kane. Could be wrong.
I don't think you want a blue Kane into that team.
Yeah, so if he is going red Kane, you can automatically predict where he's going to gank because he has to hit melee champs to proc the red form. If he hits range champs, he's more likely to get the blue form, so that immediately implies he's going to be probably ganking top lane.
Okay. I would expect the red Kane in this game, just looking at the team he's into. Like, you're not going to be like walking across and swiping that all that Wukong. Cool. Then mid lane, Veigar into Victor. I like Veigar.
I think the Bratwurst takes the win out of this.
Could you translate? We've got an international audience. You can't use that terminology anymore.
It's a German sausage.
Who's German?
Nobody.
It should be Victor favored because of his range. Veigar struggles into anything with long range. He can somewhat overcome it with his runes and items, but if the Victor is good with positioning and doesn't get caught by a cage, you should be able to just walk over and bully the Veigar throughout the laning phase.
Okay, and then last but not least, the moment we've all been waiting for, the master tier bot lane going up into the non-master tier bot lane. Red Raven and Sona, well, Red Raven and Yogi, sorry. Red Raven's not a champion, Aphelios is. Sivir and Sona into Xayah and Rakan. Sivir S tier ADC at the moment. The win rate is very high after the new patch, after all the adjustments to her kit. One thing to note is that her E no longer gives mana, instead it gives health back. And I think it gives health to people around you. That I could be wrong. I read it today, so I'm just like recapping on it. Her W, her ricochet passive now. She doesn't need her ultimate. She gets the attack speed bonus just off her W. Her Q has less mana cost. Her Q has her scales with crit chance as well. So her Q can critical strike, and if you have 100% critical strike, your Q does 50% extra crit damage or damage. One of those. It's in the patch notes. Go read it. But nonetheless, on that long tangent, she is meta now, and we're seeing her a lot more. So, what do we think about this bot lane matchup?
For me, it's instinct favored in terms of the champions. The Sona can just sit behind the Sivir and just keep healing and buffing the speed. Sivir can block the Rakan knockup with the spell shield, and she's got a lot of long range and easy wave clear as well.
Yeah, her wave clear is actually disgusting. I think at level 4 she can clear the wave with one QW combo. Okay, but then tell me like level 6, because obviously Sivir's only got one spell shield where the Rakan ulti W's in. Is there more favored towards royalty, or do you still think that Plague Dawn have priority here?
If skill levels are equal, I still favor instinct in the bot lane. Just depends on the execution.
Okay.
There's more than enough tools for instinct to not die to that, because you've got the Sona that can also ult the Rakan when he dives in, and then you can also just try walk away.
So then the last
Flash out.
question stands. Who wins? Whose draft wins?
Based on champ select, I would say it's instinct favored. All their lanes should win, and their jungle is stronger in the early game than the Kayn, so that should accelerate their lead. But you never know. Team fighting wise, Sion is a meaty boy, and you can obviously do a lot of control around objectives with Veigar cages, blocking people from just wandering in. You do have a lot of pick potential. with the and chain CC, because you can do the Cyan ult into Viago, into Rakan, even Zaya's feathers when you pull them back.
Okay, cool. So, moving on, we've loaded into the game. Apologies for the overlay. It's bugging. Everything is not working over the last since the last patch. Everything's been off, so we don't have all the fancy pictures, the fancy logos. This game, we've still got the wonderful Mettlestate logo. Mettlestate logo, though, the hosts of this tournament, Mettlestate's Champion Series, League of Legends Champion Series Pro League. I will one day get it right. I'll get it right when it's the longer we progress in. That is the general expectation, yeah. But we've got two big teams taking it on tonight. Plague Dawn versus Royalty, if you haven't heard before. This is game 3 of the series, which is being played only tonight due to load shedding and all of the general factors that we've had to endure as South Africans. So both teams only got one game. Probably treating this game as a best of one, because the result of this game determines the win or the loss. Will it be the first loss for Plague Dawn, or is it going to be Royalty adding another win under their belt? Currently, only 2 undefeated teams in the tournament at the moment is ATK and Plague Dawn, so both teams not wanting to give up that status anytime soon.
See both junglers starting top side.
I know we
Lies
do like to see bot lane focus here
Yeah.
from the junglers. Want to see that shove coming in early. Rakan going to go in. Lands a nice double knock up, and Royalty win that trade.
That's something Instinct need to avoid, bunching up together, standing on top of each other, because that gives a Rakan a double knock up. You don't want to do that.
No, absolutely not. And I think that's the kind of picks our pack is going to be looking for those little opportunities where Sona just steps a little bit closer, able to get that trade. And obviously level 1, you're not going to have spell shield or anything to negate that knock up, so it's a good trade for Royalty.
I'd assume he'd have windows to engage when the Sona walks up to try proc her gold item, the Spell Thieves.
Well, I also think, apart from that, they're going to get shoved in quite a bit just so Zaya and Rakan are going to spend a lot of time under the tower. So I would like to see the Kane making his way down here early, looking for something, punishing this. I mean, you've shoved in, you've got a deep ward, but Kane obviously being able to come over wards should be able to make something happen there.
Instinct do seem to have the same idea, with the Wukong also pathing towards bot side, which leaves top to the 2 juggernauts to just duke it out.
So Zypher,
Yes.
you are in the background. Okay, so you've heard a lot of nonsense being spoken right now. I need your expert professional opinion.
About that nonsense being spoken, I've actually been enjoying some Biltong.
Oh,
So I didn't really hear much of
well, yes, we call it nonsense for a reason. Like, yes, it's about the game, and there's some factual stuff and some technical stuff, but you know, in the greater scheme of things, it's all nonsense. But you know what's not nonsense? Your opinion.
What?
How are you
My
feeling
opinion.
about these games? How are you feeling
I
about
think-
this game? How are you feeling about the draft? How are you feeling about the Victor? So I'm going to ask a very big question, because I've said a lot of stuff now. Where do you think
No,
this game goes? In what direction?
I mean, in draft, they've both got pretty decent drafts. I know Silver at the moment is she's pretty strong.
Okay, but while you're saying that, we see that Zaya's going to be whacking in, getting the first blood, but should be taken down soon by Red Raven. One more auto from Silver should be enough. Ooh, we're going to get the flash, and it's going to come in a double kill coming in for the bot lane of Plague Dawn, picked up by Red Raven. Okay, carry on, Zypher. Sorry to interrupt you.
Are you sure you don't want to just wait it out?
I don't know. I feel like they might fight again, but we got the baby cage and we got the stun, and that's some stacks. Constellation pole whack.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, floor's yours.
Nah, so let me just
Finish that build song. saw opportunity to take a bite.
Sorry about that.
Took a bite.
No, like,
No. It's super
I
chill
actually had
tonight.
this really cool Moroccan biltong, and I was a bit skeptical at the beginning, but now that I'm eating it, I've like nearly finished the whole fucking bag.
Oh wow, okay. So if you heard that, if you want some Moroccan biltong and you're not sure if you should have it, Spa's the place to get it. It's worth it.
No sponsorship.
Not sponsored yet, but you know what
Not
they say: dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Nice, I like it. So yeah, so back in the thing, I think like in general, both teams have a good comp that but they're not unfamiliar with. Although I'm not too sure how much Sona Yogi's been playing. I haven't checked his op.gag in a while, but around the kind of table, I think everybody's very comfortable with who they're playing. I think it's the same for royalty side as well. I think the bot side on Royal are a lot stronger.
Ooh, but that's
And that
the
just
engage. Holy.
yeah,
Okay.
and that just comes down to specifically Van and Alpaca just having that, like they've played with each other for a very long time, and
Exactly.
they definitely have a synergy, and I think they are like kind of take the cake on Raven, especially with their comp. So yeah.
Well, I
and
mean,
Peanut on jungle as well.
we've seen it now where Rakan just goes out of range, has that extended range because the Xayah and Rakan buff. Okay. Oh, he's going wide. Okay, cool. Top lane, we're having a fight there, but no one was in kill threat. But seems like the Drake is the main thing here. But Peanut gonna actually be too low, gonna get hit by that Victor ult. Wukong picks up the Drake, but while this is happening, Vanzor versus Sivir in the bot lane, but Sivir is going to get the better of it. That dagger on top of the Noon Quiver just being enough. Ooh, and Pentademon getting his cheeks clapped by that Ornn.
Clappity clap.
Whew. That felt dirty.
Can you check what Ornn is maxing?
I can indeed. Ornn is currently maxing his W, so his bellows breath. So he likes to get those booty claps in.
Yeah, so he is maxing the percentage max health damage, which that's why I mentioned it should be favored for him, because Sion will keep stacking health, and he should be able to just out DPS him.
Well,
it's also difficult for Sion to build because you've got armor shield on Wukong if he does gank and magic damage from the Ornn.
I think Sion's main thing is to stack health, become a meat shield, and then CC the team. But I mean, we saw earlier where he did miss the ult. But now we see Sion should be... Duck doesn't have the ultimate. Ultimate is...
Yeah, getting caught out of position.
So Sion's going to be able to get out there quite easily.
Power of being a big meaty boy. Lots of health.
Can just walk away. Okay, so first Drake went over to Plague Dawn, able to pick up that first objective. Royalty did try to contest it, but they just didn't have the means to get it done. Rakan is looking here. He's level 4, so he's not going to have access to that ultimate just yet, or for a while still. But Wukong has made his way to the top lane here. I think he does have ultimate now. It looks like he doesn't, but he also might.
You can see your Yogi respecting the Rakan a lot more after getting caught out a few times.
Yeah, he still doesn't have flash, so not going to be able to step up like that. Sion just going to ult back to lane. Makes sense. Not going to miss too much then.
Peanut is building a CS lead, clearing very well in the jungle. Usually Canes can expect their form between 12 to 14 minutes. If you're stomping, you can get it earlier than that, but he hasn't been able to pull off any ganks as yet, so it might be a bit of a delayed form for him. Mid lane's been fairly even as well, both relatively the same in CS.
Okay, so there should be... Kane has made his way to the bot lane now. And he's just going to back. Good gank. I don't expect to see too much fighting from these two teams, in all honesty, though. Both of the teams do have later favored drafts. So I do see us seeing more team fighting. But in the mid lane, Veigar is going to be the victim of a Victor and a monkey spinning around. And that's going to be a kill picked up from them. Okay, so knockup does land onto Sivir. The ultimate comes in from Sona. Going to see Sivir flash out of that Xayah ult, and the double kill coming in for Yogi. Some good positioning from Red Raven there. I mean, he dodges everything that he needs to dodge, and he gets the damage down. And the level 5 Ricard into the level 6 now level 7 Sona with that crescendo. Not really the fight you want to be picking up there. You can't really taunt them. They got the knockup, but they didn't get they got nothing else.
So right now they need Kane to try look to make a play somewhere. At this rate, the game could start to snowball out of control, which would be a shame.
Yogi?
Oh, there goes Yogi. Is this the end of the game?
Maybe this is what royalty need.
Is this going to be the remake? Is this going to be the 10? So, yeah, as mentioned earlier, if Yogi DCs, this game is going to get postponed till either 10 o'clock or another date.
How unfortunate, because they were doing very well.
How do you come back from this? I mean, you're going into another game. I would assume it would be the same draft. I can't see why they would change the draft.
I'm not familiar with the rules. Are they not allowed to have a sub to step in?
Well, I mean,
Because it's so flexible with the arrangements, as long as both teams agree to a certain arrangement,
yes,
then it's pretty fine.
there's not really much you can do there.
Yeah, so maybe they can get another player if they have someone on their roster available to just log in to...
Nope, that's not allowed at even the slightest.
Not allowed. Ah, okay.
No account sharing
Then
at
they'd
all.
have to...
Everyone plays on
maybe-
their own account.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
the pre-game arrangement was if Yogi DCs, then remake.
Yeah, that
Ah,
was
Time, I think.
that was stipulated before.
Yeah, so-
I'll just try and get some confirmation from. Oh, what? Okay,
Otherwise, I
no,
hope he has a
apparently Orphic is using. Don't worry, better news. We're coming back. I see Yogi is online in LoL, so he's obviously loaded back in. So
I'm
false
assuming
alarm,
he's going through load shedding at the moment. That's why.
aren't we all?
Get a laptop, put your phone on mobile data, and there you go. Portable hotspot.
Okay, cool. He is back.
Fantastic.
We've just got the little bit of pause that comes in because it's a buggy game. But soon we'll be back with who's the highest rated jungler in Azar. It would have to be.
Highest rated jungler?
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to take them with who the best team is at the moment. So the current standing is ATK and Plague Dawn. So they're the two undefeated teams. So that would class Duck ZA and Mr. Not as the two best junglers until those teams do face off, which should be in the next week or so, and then we would have a very
Thursday, most
accurate
likely.
answer. Sorry,
Most
Zypher?
likely Thursday they're gonna play. Most
Thursday.
likely.
I have a headache on Thursday. Actually, no, I really can't. I can't cast Thursday. I've got a pool tournament.
Oh no.
Look, I'm trying to get out there, go outside, meet some new friends, play some pool, chill at the bar. You guys might have to postpone that game.
Oh, truly, is that the Apex truly or not?
I have no idea, but what I do have an idea is that these two teams are ready to get the brawling gloves on. Call of the Forge God comes in. This is Victor, though, going to be able to chunk down the Veigar and Ornn going to be able to pick up that kill now. Looks like the chase and the Bella Breath does come out, but the flash going to come out by Sion straight away to negate that. But what we do have here is a Red Raven caught between a Rakan and a Xayah, going to have the tower for Constellation, and that's going to be all she wrote because Royalty cannot get any more off of that. Maybe a second attempt at the dive, but they don't have a minion wave there. It's going to be risky. It's not worth it. It's a lot of gold, but it's not that much gold.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Are you what?
Hey?
Why are you saying oh no?
Just I
You
did kind of
can't be
expect a little bit
biased.
more out of. I'm not biased. I just kind of expected a little bit more from the royalty boys. I mean, it's still early though.
Oh, it
So
is still early. We do see though Kane going to land that ultimate onto Wukong. Wukong going to have the last form of the ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. Kane able to pick up the Wukong there. What we do have though is Silver into Zaya. The feathers come back and the shutdown comes back onto Silver. Worth for royalty because, no bounty on the Zaya. Okay, so royalty crawling their way slowly back into this. Ultimate almost up for Vhagar. Going to come out, going to pick up that solo kill in the mid lane, and royalty is online now. They are back. They almost evening out this gold. They're going to be able to pick up this Drake, and that should have the gold at an even-ish state.
Lance.
And just like that, we're bringing it back.
I believe Peanut also picked up the Herald.
Herald was picked
wow,
up,
he did, yeah.
yes.
So I assume now would be a good time to.
Yep,
Drop
score's
into mid lane
definitely not
update.
updating. It's a normal. It's because of the pause that it did bug like that. Most of the
there we
time,
go.
if you just don't touch the scoreboard, it's fine. Okay, so gold still in favor of Plague Dawn, but only 1,500, which is minimal. It's a BF sword. It's an unusually large rod and a little bit more.
Could be minimized with a good Herald, a good Rift to take a tower.
Well, yes, that should be the plan now. No more plates available, but first blood turret's still up for grabs. These two top laners swinging their wet noodles around, but no one going to go down really.
Out of curiosity, can you see who's proc the most grasps?
No. I don't have those stats currently available.
Curious to see how much bonus health they've managed to farm with one another.
Okay, Kane is looking to make his way up. Okay, while this is happening though, they are going to get a bit of a lockup onto Orphic, but now the Call of the Forge card comes in, all going to be knocked up, but not going to be knocked up at the right time. Going to get that Call of the Forge card off. Should be a moment of time though, he does use the Billow's Breath for the last little bit. Going to flash, but the Red Smite ticking in the minions, but while this is happening, there's Sona to pick up the kill on to the Xayah in the spot lane of Plague Dawn, just doing some work here.
Should be first tower as well.
First tower, definitely. That's going to go over to Plague Dawn, and that gold lead that royalty was looking to diminish just got put a bit of a wedge in between. 2.5k. Wukong coming over tower though, going to flash, and the ultimate comes out. While this happens though, Vhagar able to pick up the constellation kill onto the Victor, and it's a 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane. Shutdown going over to the Wukong. Herald dropped in the top lane though, so that's going to be gold picked up. We should actually get 2 charges off this, or should get back to the tower as the charge goes off. I don't know if they'll go for 2 towers, but who is going for 2 towers is the side of Plague Dawn. Though Xayah though going to get the knockup, and Sona going to be the one to fall for that. Okay,
I
they are
definitely think
chasing
they
here.
go for 2 towers as well.
Getting a little bit greedy and punished.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they pick up mid tower. So that's 2 towers going over to the side of Plague Dawn, with only 1 on the side of royalty. No, Victor TPs, gets that 3rd tower. Sees opportunity, takes it. Okay, so now Victor in the jungle of Kane. Kane, they're going to get stunned up by the W of the Kane, and that's his great escape over. Okay, so looking at gold. Who is it distributed to? So we see a 1,200 gold lead in the bot lane in favor of Sivir. The mid lane, Victor is winning that with just 500 gold. Jungle, Kane has just under 1,000, about 500 gold in the favor. And in the top lane, favor of Sion, but only like 300 gold. Then the bot lane, 1,000 gold on Sona. Well, Sona does have all the kills. So just a bit of insight of how the gold has been distributed.
Kane now does have his red form, so hopefully he'll be able to start scaling up.
Okay, so Dragon next objective here, but Wukong objective in the top lane. Okay, I'll just get a timer on here to see when Drake is coming up. But what happens is the Call of the Forge God is going to call in. It's going to knock up 2 members of Royalty. Sona here with her damage, her support. But the kills are going to go over to the Wukong, getting a shutdown onto Kane, and the Ornn picking up the sign as he will eventually go down in his undying form.
That was actually very well executed in terms of the chain CC.
Royalty, though, they are going to be here to meet the spawn of the Drake, but it looks like that's also something that the side of Plague Dawn is going to be rotating to. I don't think it's anything that they can start, though. TP comes in by Ornn just to catch that wave, to clear the tower, and Royalty going to have to back up here, knowing that this Drake is not theirs.
They're going for the Vega.
Ooh, Vega. He's going to TP out. Ooh, if you just use the E. If you just use the E. I'm actually surprised because I thought that Q might displace him, but just the positioning of the Q. It went behind him, so the great escape. Okay, so Peanut able to secure his blue buff. Looking for this Wukong now, but I don't know if this is something that you chase. The Victor is going to be here very soon. 2 members of Royalty available to help, but Peanut already going quite low. Is going to get the ultimate onto the Wukong, but the heals coming in from the Sona. Xayah Feathers come out. 1 more auto should be enough, and the shutdown going over to the Xayah, but now the Scion, though, onto the Sona. Going to try slow minion, but Sona just going to use the Crescendo to get out. The Scion ultimate comes in. Going to hit a wall, but nothing yet. Sona going to get knocked up, but there's no members of Royalty to help. And that should be it. Both teams should be backing away now. No more fight happening. Victor, though, going to be knocked up. Ooh, we're not seeing any follow-up. I'm ready for a fight. I'm ready. Alright, so now Sion going to get knocked up, Ornn going to get knocked up. Court of the Forge God comes out, going to knock up 3 members of Royalty. He's a tanky boy, he's going to be able to get out. The TP has been called in by Victor, though. Kane still hovering, going to be stealing away the red buff of Plague Dawn, but it looks like nothing more. Actually, no, Victor, though, going to be able to secure that. No smite on Kane means red buff going over to Victor.
They do have a lot of deep vision now in Instinct's jungle.
Egg.
Okay, so 20 minutes has passed. Baron is up.
Just trying to look at the item choices
Don't
as
think
well.
any teams are going to be opting for that anytime soon. But I might eat my words here. But I don't know if they have the high amount of DPS just yet to be able to achieve that.
I believe Vigo would be going for his death cap second. Victor looks to be building towards the Shadow Flame, get that extra penetration. There is a meaty front line to get through for both teams.
Okay, but while this is happening, though, the Crescendo comes out. Kane able to take down the Victor, but Silver onto the Rakan. Double knock-up for Peanut comes in onto the bot lane of Plague Dawn, but it looks like Wukong getting onto the back line. Veigar, though, going to nuke him. Sarnald goes wide, and Red Raven is on a killing spree now, going for the San. The San should be in the bush looking to flash over and should be able to get away quite easily, but definitely going, well, you know, it's 2 for 2. Jungle mid for jungle support, so I would say in favor of Royalty. Nice pick up there from Lance, able to get that last kill in the beginning. Sona, though, going to get knocked up. Call of the Forge God does come in from Ornn, and the ultimate comes out from Xayah, but now Xayah going melee range, but not enough for Veigar. Veigar up to nuke the Silver, shut her down. Sounds dead body running, but it's not enough. Should be able to take this blasting point to get away. Royalty is looking, but that should be all that they're able to pick up at this point in time. But Royalty's fighting. I mean, this gold, it's still quite close. Only 2,000.
Yeah.
Not letting Plague Dawn run away this game and punishing. I mean, Silver going into melee range. Vega's going to nuke her.
I'd say Lance is doing a lot of damage.
And that Vega's only going to get stronger.
Yeah.
Can you update the scoreboard there?
Is scoreboard broken again? Yes, it is. It is what it is. Nice game.
GG Riot.
They break more than they fix with each patch that they bring out, but just an opinion. Okay, Rakan going to meet the Wukong, going to have the W to get out and dash to a lover, and should be safe. Clone going to get knocked up. I think he would have healing off of that, but I think this is definitely where the next fight comes in. Drake is the objective, up in 12 seconds. Rakan actually almost getting nuked to death there by the Victor damage. Victor going to flash W, try to get that stun, but not enough. Ultimate does come out from Vega, but while that's happening, Rakan's on the back line. Wukong, though, on their back line, going to be able to knock a few members, and a double kill coming in for Silver, while Zaya does take down Victor. But the triple kill coming in for Red Raven, taking down that sign, and that's going to be Plague Dawn looking very dominant in this fight and be able to pick up the third Drake of the game, putting them on Soul Point. This should be them also rotating to Baron, looking to pick up that objective. There's nothing that Royalty can do in this time.
The Rakan getting caught out led to a disjointed fight for Royal, so they weren't able to use their comp to the best of its abilities. Great fight for Instinct. I was worried about Red Raven having burnt his sums earlier, whether he'd be able to position correctly, because most of the gold does seem to be on him, so he's clearly the main carry at this point in time as well. Did get the upgraded mythic item from the Ornn as well, giving him exceptionally large DPS numbers into the big boy tanks.
Alright, so Baron picked up for Plague Dawn. Royalty looking to get the shove mid. The Baron powered minions going to be meeting them. They should actually be able to pick up this tower, though. They do have quite a big wave, and Victor should not be able to step up to clear it. So objective bounties now coming in. Silver, though, going to be caught up by Rakan, but it looks like Rakan might actually be the one almost getting caught out. Going to be able to dash away just in time with the slither of, well, still quite a good amount of ult, but now the Call of Forge God comes in. The Sona with the flash ult doesn't do anything, but Vega on the target to be taken down. The Victor ult going to be dropped, and while this is happening, though, Zaya with the feathers does come back, does pull back, but it's not enough damage. The charm comes in from the Rakan, but it's just like Royalty. It does not have the health, does not have the members, and it's going to be a double kill coming in from Victor now. Kenya on the side, looking for something possibly, but I mean, there's nothing that he can do into 4 strong members of the side of Plague Dawn. Now Wukong, though, going to go on 2 members, does bring out the ultimate, going to be able to get the kill onto the Zaya. Now it should be the last kill onto the Rakan before she even gets over the wall. Going to get taken down. This is double kill coming in by the Rakan. Plague Dawn, though, knocking into the base of Royalty, and with these death timers, they might actually even be able to end the game. I mean, we've got just Kane alive here. Vega up in 5 seconds, going to look for something, but the ace going to come in, so able to pick that kill. The first tower does go down. One more tower standing in the way between Plague Dawn and their win against Royalty. The TP came in, but stopped. Jakes, what are you doing? Okay, so we see Silver walking in, actually going to get taken down. 1,000 gold going over to Vega, but that Nexus is falling. It is going down. There's Victor hammering away, and this might be Royalty fighting for their life still, but to defend. The shutdown comes in. One more auto from the Ornn, and that's going to be the game going over to Plague Dawn. Royalty giving it their all at the end, but just not enough.
Well
Not
played,
enough
Hard
to
Rock,
bring it back.
for the casting there. Very quick fire.
Yeah. And that's it.
Unfortunately, but they
Cheapers.
snowballed it very fast.
It's
but
a
wow,
very
what makes it
short
in?
series tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This man says he was sick.
Yeah, I feel my nose is blocked now. It's horrible. I'm gonna have to retire for another few days now.
Well, I mean, in the end, it did play out as I anticipated. Instinct's bot lane was stronger. They did take over the game. Sion unable to do much into the Ornn, and Wukong having more impact throughout the early mid game than the Kane. Unfortunately, took too long for him to get online.
So basically, just the Silver diff. I mean,
Silver diff.
Silver being god tier at the moment. Top rated AD carry. Everything else is A tier after her. So once again, GG, well played to the side of Plague Dawn, able to clutch game 3 of this very long series that's taken a few days to complete. But nonetheless, very well played to them. They do remain undefeated. They will face off ATK very soon, probably Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken, at 8 p.m. Zypher.
Well, to be decided, but that's
TBC, but that is the preliminary time. Check socials for updates, but that will be the 2 undefeated teams going head to head, and we'll have what's the word? A more decisive direction of who is going to be stomping, or who's going to come out of group stage potentially undefeated.
Are you able to share the stats for post-match?
No.
See damage, healing, unfortunately.
I don't know. Let's check. Maybe I am. If this data is available, I know it does bug out sometimes, so we can just have a look. Okay, so post-game stats. Most damage in the game, Red Raven on the Sivir as expected. Can check also CS per minute. Red Raven most farm, getting that 10.3 CS per minute, so definitely the MVP of this game, of the series. I can't remember the last 2 games, so it's very difficult to pick an MVP of the series, but I think undecidedly for this game we can give it to Red Raven. Any objection?
Put on my hats and for all. Big boy tank doing his job. Only 1 death, clean.
Alright, but ladies and gentlemen, that is us, a short but sweet, very quick cast tonight. Thank you to Zypher and Dashki for stepping in, bringing the insights, bringing the banter, for bolt-on recommendations. It's always a pleasure.
Got a spa, not sponsored.
Go to Spa, not sponsored, you'll get the best pluribus there. But without further ado, that's us, ladies and gentlemen. You have a great evening, keep it easy, and we'll see you soon for the next cast. Cheers.